안녕하세요. Hey guys, it's just David here. Welcome back to DKDKTV. My name's David Kim, and today I'm gonna explain about the gyeongsang dialect, in particular the Busan dialect called Satoori. And many of you might have came from the Satoori rap or 팔도강산 explain video. Welcome. And if you haven't watched that video, go check that out. But anyways, today we are going to talk about the Busan dialect in general. First of all, to give you a little bit of background, I've lived in Busan for 20 plus years of my life. So about the credibility issues, don't worry about that. Also, I live with my grandma who's from Daegu. So Daegu and Busan are both in the Gyeongsang province and they have similar dialects as well. So my accent might be a little bit of like influence from Daegu, but don't worry, it's not gonna be that off. Anyways, before we dive into the actual learning, to give you a little bit of more background, the standard Korean, what all foreigners might have heard from dramas or movies or K-pop, is all called 표준어. Technically, it's the Seoul language or Seoul dialect because Seoul is the capital of the nation. But did you know there are plenty of dialects in Korea? I know Korea is a small country, but we all have different regions and different dialects. And among them, I can guarantee you the most famous and popular one would be the Busan dialect or the gyeongsang dialect, if you want to look in a broader perspective. Anyways, unquestionably, just go out onto the streets, ask any Korean which is your favorite Satoori, and they'll say maybe Busan or... So yeah, I hope you're ready to learn the most famous and popular Satoori dialect in Korea today. For example, for a Busan person myself, whenever I go to a new place and do an introduction of myself and say I'm from Busan, everybody's just like, you just have to show us your dialect and try your Busan Satoori. And I'm like, no. I mean, don't do that ever to Busan people. It feels awkward and uncomfortable. Anyways, the reason behind why the Busan or gyeongsang dialect is the most famous and popular among Korean people is because when men speak it, they become more manly and masculine and their voice changes like this, deep. And when women speak it, they become more cutesy or 애교-ish. If you don't know what 애교 is, it's like a cute way of talking or acting among Asian people, I guess. Okay, wait, I know what some of you might be thinking. These are stereotypes, and reinforcing stereotypes are not the best thing to do in 2019, but I'm just telling you the general facts out there, what Korean people in general perceive of Busan people or Busan women. So finally, let's go on to the Busan gyeongsang dialect 101 class for foreigners. So obviously for dialects, there's no set formula or grammar for it, so the best way you can learn it is just to memorize it by chunks. So today I'm gonna help you with that by introducing the most essential and mostly used expressions in the Busan gyeongsang dialect. So after watching this video and memorizing some useful expressions, go up to your Korean friends and try to use this Busan dialect. And I guarantee you that they'll be surprised and entertained. I'd like to advise you that the goal of this video is not to master the Busan or gyeongsang dialect at all. Just choose one or two expressions that seems funny to you or might come in handy when you're playing with your friends. So once you've mastered one or two favorite expressions from this video, just come back to it in the future and replay it watching the ads and learn an extra one and just go on and on. So let's finally start with everyday expressions. Number one, did you eat? Did you have a meal? Did you have lunch or dinner? 밥 묻나? 마 밥 묻나? 밥 묻나? 마 밥 묻나? So 밥 means rice or meal in general, and 묻나 would be the transformation of 먹었나 from the standard Korean. Number two, what are you doing? 뭐하노? 마니 뭐하노? 뭐하노? 마니 뭐하노? So you can hear me saying ma in the front a lot. Ma is a very frequently used word in the Busan or gyeongsang dialect. It usually means hey or what's up, just calling a person. Actually, when you're addressing to a person, you can just attach ma in front of every single sentence. So it will be like ma, 니 뭐하노? 마, 니 뭐하는데? 마, 니 밥 묻나? 마, 니 눕고? Number three, stop. Stop doing that. 고마해라. 마, 고마해라. 마, 고마해라. 고마해라. Number four, really? Is that true? For real? 맞나? 맞나? 맞나?
맞나? 맞나?
맞나? 맞나?
Number five, when you're in a worried situation. Oh no, what should you do? What should we do? 우야노? 웃자노? 많이 우야노? 많이 웃자노? 아이고, 니 웃자노? Number six, what are you talking about? What? What you saying? 뭐라노? 뭐라카노? 뭐라노? 니 뭐라카노? 마, 니 뭐라카노? 마 뭐라카노? 마 뭐라카노? Number seven, where are you going? Where are you headed? 어디 가노? 어디 가노? 많이 어디 가노? Number eight, this expression is very essential and popular, but it also has two meanings in once. One, do it properly. Do your job properly. And number two, take care. Take care of yourself. 단디해라. 마 단디해라. 단디해라. 많이 단디해라.
단디해라 단디.
Number 9, no, refusal. This is pretty tricky because you have to play with the intonations. Listen carefully. 마, 니 숙제했나? 마, 니 돈 좀 있나? So it goes from level 1 to 3 to 2. And it's even better when you shake your head with it. 내 그거 모른다. 내 없다. So those are 9 mostly used and basic expressions in the Busan gyeongsang dialect, and now we'll move on to the most frequently used and fun vocabulary. Number 1, when you want to call or address a random person in a restaurant or in the street for help or to talk, if the person is past his or her middle age, you usually call them 아저씨 or 아줌마 in standard Korean. But in the Busan dialect, it would be 아재, 아지매. So if you want to call them, you don't say 아재, you say 아재요, 아지매요. 아재요, 여기 국밥 한 그릇 주이소. 아지매요, 여기 떡볶이 1인분 주이소. Number 2, when you call someone else, you. In standard Korean, it would be 너. 너 뭐해? 너 이름 뭐야? In the Gyeongsang region, we don't say 너. You say 니. 니 이름 뭐고? 니 어디 가노? 니 밥 묻나? 니네 좋아하지? 니 롯데 팬이가. Number 3, that person. 금마. 금마. 금마 이름 뭐고? 금마 니 좋다나? Number 4, when you call a dude or a girl. Dude, 머스마, 머시마. 가시나, 가스나. 머스마야. 머스마야 일로 와봐라. 아이고 가시나야. 가시나야 니 내랑 사귈래? 가시나야 밥 묻나? Number 5, baby. 얼라, 알라, 아. 알라 이름 뭐고? 얼라가 억수로 귀엽네. 알라 일로 와봐. 아 게임 좀 하게 좀 냅두라. 아 용돈 좀 주라. Number 6, a lot, many, much. 억수로, 억수로, 억수로. 천지백가리. 억수로 많네. 와 비억수로 많이 오네. 와 광안리 사람 봐라. 천지백가리네. Number 7, but, as in ass butt. 궁디, 궁디. Usually you use it in expressions such as I'll kick your ass. 아 궁디 주차 빌라. 궁디 주차 빌라마. Number 8, mouth. 주디, 주디. For this as well, the most common use of mouth would be shut your mouth. 아 주디 다물어라. 주디 안 다물래. 니 주디 안 다물래. Number 9, cheeks. 볼따구, 볼따구, 볼따구. 오빠 볼따구에 뽀뽀 한번 해봐라. 아따 볼따구 뭉실뭉실하네. 이 볼따구 꼭 피카츄 같네. Number 10, dumbass. You surely want to memorize this and use it to your friends. 빙시, 빙시. 이 빙시가 아 그것도 못하나 빙시가. So those are some funny and mostly used vocabulary. And now on to the next segment, I'll introduce some very famous lines from movies that all Koreans recognize. So all you have to do is just memorize these lines from these movies and say it to your friends and they'll just crack up.
많이 컸네. 많이 컸네. 많이 컸네.
네가 가라 하와이. 네가 가라 하와이.
아버지 마시노. 아버지 마시노. 아버지 마시노. 아버지 마시노.
살아있네.
이 살아있네. 너그 서장 남천동 살제? 예? 예. 내가 임마 너그 서장이랑 임마 어저께도 예? 같이 밥 먹고 예? 사우나도 같이 가고 예? 임마 이 개씨 임마 다 했어.
남자친구 니 몇 살이고?
35살이다.
And now I want to introduce some tips for advanced users, some of you who might want to dig deeper into the Busan gyeongsang dialect. And just a disclaimer, this is not official or a fixed rule. Number 1, accent emphasis. You might have noticed that the Busan gyeongsang dialect has a strong accent compared to the standard Korean. And one useful tip for the Busan gyeongsang dialect is that the accent usually goes on the first syllable. After putting emphasis on the first syllable or word, the remaining words or letters just flow fast or smoothly. 니 이름 뭐고? 니 이름 뭐고? Number 2, the feel and vibes. Even if you're a master of vocabulary and the expressions, if you don't have the feels or tone of the Busan Gyeongsang dialect, you will not be perfect. My first tip is to add a little bit of anger inside the sentence. And second, if you're a man, say it in a deep voice, and if you're a woman, say it in a high voice. 아니 뭐하노? 밥 묻나? 오빠야, 내 좀 어떻노? The best way to get the feels is to imagine that you're in a fight or you're picking a fight with another person. Of course, Busan people don't have this in mind and they're absolutely not going to fight with each other. But often when Seoul people or people from other regions see Busan people talking with each other, we are frequently misunderstood by having a fight with each other because the intonations and the vibes of it definitely give out a fighting vibe. Number 3, when you're asking questions, they usually end up with words like 나 or no. For example, 네가 했나? 누가 했노? 니 뭐 했노? 밥 묻나? And there's a method of differentiating when to use na as the ending or no as the ending. If you're asking a question that falls into the 6 W's, who, what, where, when, why, how, basically end the question with no. 누가 했노? 어디서 했노? 니 뭐 했노? 왜 그랬노? And then every question else you can use na as the ending. Have you eaten? 밥 묻나? Did you do your homework? 숙제했나? And also there's another popular form of asking questions, which is 아이가 and 다이가. 아이가 is when you want to reinforce what you already know, but you're kind of assuming and you want to know that you're right. So you put 아이가 at the end of your question. This is actually like an idiom in Busan. If you want to boast about your friendship or just share your friendship with your friends and have a good feel of it, and basically if you want to say what are friends for, you mostly say 친구 아이가. Because in Busan, the friendship between each other is valued very much. So this term is a very essential and mostly used term in Busan or Gyeongsang. So I would recommend you go up to a friend, especially from Busan or anywhere else that you just want to reinforce your friendship or maybe appeal to the person and just say, what are friends for? When you're requesting and you just want to ask cute, 우리 친구 아이가? 우리 친구 아이가? 우리 친구 아이가? So if asking ends with 아이가, when you're the responder, you responded with 다이가 at the end. 그래, 우리 친구도 아이가. 맞다 아이가. 맞다 아이가. Anyways, that's basically what I wanted to teach you guys today. Some basic and essential, mostly used, and some fun vocabulary and expressions from Busan and the Gyeongsang dialect. I hope you enjoyed learning with me today. And to advise you again, to learn the Busan or Gyeongsang dialect best, it's best of you to memorize the chunks rather than trying to use the grammar or the advice I told you in the latter part. Because that formula or rules might change in some kind of applications and there are tons of variations. So they don't always apply. But as I said, always try to memorize these expressions or idioms in chunks and in sentences and just go up to your friend and casually just use that and give them a surprise. They'll respond to you in an entertaining way, I guarantee, I promise, because nobody in Korea doesn't like Busan accents except Danny. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video and tell me what you thought about the Busan Gyeongsang dialect below in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions or maybe questions on what you would like to learn further about the Busan Gyeongsang dialect, and I will try to answer as much as I can. I know the perfect way to end this video, as all Busan people say to each other, 우리가 남이가 친구 아이가.